Morning, guys. It's September 26th, Monday, the beginning of a new week, this is the fourth episode of the cut and the fifth day of actually being in a caloric deficit. Things are going pretty well. I'm getting ready to lift, drink some amino energies, which is kind of my go-to before workouts. I kind of had a similar night to episode 2, where I talked about kind of one of my downfalls, which is night eating, which just basically means getting up and having a snack in the middle of the night. That happened again to me last night. I had a protein bar, a couple tablespoons of peanut butter, and 2 cups of milk. So I'm gonna be behind today on my fats, which means I'm gonna have to make some very strategic decisions about my food intake over the next 16 hours or so to get me to where I want to be. That being said, I've been pretty close to my targets every day, regardless of whether or not I've had that night eating problem. So I'm still making progress. I'm still staying within that caloric deficit, so should still see weight loss over time. I'm not gonna let that get me upset. I'm not gonna let that throw me off. Because the goal is not to be perfect, it's about making progress. And so 3 out of the 5 nights I have not done that. 2 I have, which means I'm better than 50%, and hopefully over the course of this cut I will be able to improve that habit. It's just something I've always struggled with for a long time, and almost everybody in my family knows about it. It's just, I don't know. It is what it is, I guess, so it's got to plan around it, no excuses. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to lift. I'm going to do some chest and triceps. Then afterwards I'll probably eat, I'll probably have a protein shake for breakfast, and I'm sure something else to go along with that, but I haven't really decided on it. I probably, though, doing a quick reflection, to protect myself from the night eating, I probably last night shouldn't have had the bacon along with the toast. I probably could have saved myself some fats if I just had the eggs and the toast, and maybe not as much butter on the toast. But hindsight's 2020. So I will update you guys after my workout. Again, let me know what you guys think of these videos. Your feedback's everything, so I'll see you in a bit. What's up, guys? I just finished my workout, which you just saw. It was chest and triceps. Did some pressing, some flies, some skull crushers, some overhead tricep extensions. I love those overhead tricep extensions. Get such a great stretch in your tricep. If you haven't done them, they're great. Huge pump, lots of tension through the eccentric portion of the lift, which is just great for stimulating muscle mass, training for hypertrophy especially. And in this case, because I'm in such a calorie deficit, it's more of just trying to stimulate and keep that muscle mass at this point. But for those of you who are trying to add size, definitely a big bang for your buck exercise if you want bigger arms. I finished up my training session. I'm gonna go have breakfast now, which is basically gonna consist of a protein shake, because after looking at my calories and things this morning, I'm already at 890 calories with that snack I had in the middle of the night, which was a protein bar, some peanut butter, and some whole milk. I've got to switch the whole milk out. Me and my wife have gotten so used to the whole milk because well, I just had the extra calorie and I love milk and I could spend it on that. But now that, you know, my calories are lower, I'm not necessarily short on them, but just 2 cups of whole milk just takes up way too many calories. I think I'm gonna go to a skim option, which I used to drink skim all the time anyways. Just the last year or 2 we switched over, so that'll help with that. If whenever I do have those night eating fits, that'll cut some of those calories out. But yeah, so I'm a little up today. I'm gonna probably be, by the time I leave the house for the day job, I'm probably gonna be 1,000 calories in, which is a lot more than me this early in the day. But I'm gonna make up for that by pushing some meals off later, having a protein shake instead of protein bars at lunch, and then I'll have plenty of fats and carbs and protein for dinner to really enjoy my evening at home with Cal and Kelsey, which is kind of the way I like to structure my nutrition and my eating through the day right now, while I'm doing this day job and I'm gone from the house for 8 hours. However, once I hustle and get you guys to hire me as your coach, and I'm making enough income through Freeborn training system so where this can be my legitimate full-time enterprise, I'm hoping that will turn less from protein shakes and protein bars, more to whole foods, and spending more time cooking with Cal. So I want to build that relationship. I want to help him develop that relationship with food and nutrition, and make it fun. So that's the plan. I will update you guys on macros count right before I leave the house. That way you guys know where we sit. So see you then. What's up, guys? Just a quick update before I leave the house for the day job. I hate that. But I'm gonna be hustling all day long while I'm there. Got the mobile phone. You can do business all day, no matter where you're at. So, quick update on my macros. Right now, I'm sitting at 92 grams of protein, 76 grams of carbs, 56 grams of fat, and 1,100 calories or so. The biggest thing I'm worried about is the fat. I'm not even halfway through the day, and I'm already over half my fat intake, thanks to my bad night eating habit. So what will probably end up happening is I'll probably go over on my fats, but I'll be under on my carbs. So it'll probably even out, although you guys should all know this. Fat is 9 calories per gram, whereas carbs is 4 calories per gram, which means that for every gram of fat I go over, I really need to be 2 grams of carbs under. So that kind of sucks, but I haven't been hitting my carbs at all the last 5 days, so I should have enough room there, but I'm just going to be careful with my food choices to stay away from fatty options today, and go mostly protein and carb. So that's the game plan. I will see you guys at lunch for a short bit, and then of course after work, when the real day begins, I'll see you guys then. Hey guys, it's about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I just left work, and I'm heading home. And as you saw in the previous clip, my exciting lunch today was a protein shake. But you know, food for me during the middle and early part of the day is so I look at it so much like utility. It's something I need to keep going, and so I can continue to get through the day, so I can get home. I'm hoping that changes when my lifestyle changes. When I'm at home more, when I can run my business full time, I'm hoping that food and nutrition and cooking can be an experience more, especially with my son. However, right now it's more of utility during the day with my current lifestyle. So I try to save the calories and the carbs and the fats for my meal in the evening to enjoy with Kelsey and Cal, and any kind of food that we may cook that might be a little bit higher in carb or higher in fat. So that worked out well today. And then on top of that, I also kind of set myself up behind the 8 ball by using like half my fats way too early in the day. But that's something I'm working on. Remember, the goal is not perfect, it's progress. So I'll still hit my totals for the day, I'll still hit my targets. I just had to be a little bit more strategic about my food and my choices. So I don't know what's for dinner. Kelsey will probably cook another HelloFresh meal. I'm not sure which one. Either way, I'll make it work. I'll probably do, imagine I'll do some more protein because I've got to hit that. So I don't know if that'll be powder. I don't know if that'll be whole food in the form of chicken or eggs, egg whites. I don't know yet, but I'll get that in. But for now, I'm listening to the Inside Quest podcast on my way home, and I will catch up with you guys at my next meal. So see you then. Snap peas, some rice, and chicken.
I think you need another pan for the snap peas though.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like you are now talking about something very specific.
Perfect option for today.
I believe you are.
It's gonna be good.
I don't understand. You're the one.
Hey guys, so after my last meal, which I just showed you guys, we had honey and ginger glazed chicken with jasmine rice and snap peas. It was awesome. It was a HelloFresh meal. My wife did an awesome job cooking it. After that meal, including everything I ate today and including the night snack, which I put on today's calorie total and nutrients, I'm sitting at 182 grams of protein, 154 grams of carbs, and 69 grams of fat. So I'm actually way under almost all my totals except my fat, about 30 grams under. So it is 8:12 p.m. I am just sitting down at the computer to do some editing on videos. I still gotta get the 4th episode of the cut up, and this is the 5th episode, so I'm a little bit behind. And then I've also got some videos that I shot today, just like value content for you guys, just talking about things I think are relevant to people who are trying to lose fat, get jacked, all that good stuff. So I'm probably going to try to eat something again before I go to bed, which will probably be closer to midnight. I don't know what that's going to be. I really don't want to have another protein shake because I've already had 2 today. Not that I think there's anything necessarily wrong with having a third. I just would kind of feel better and prefer to have some whole food. So we'll see what happens on that end. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna make that happen. I've got some steak thawing in the sink, but then again, I don't really want to have to cook it. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll let you guys know too. But yeah, I am gonna do some work, edit videos. I've got 3 client programs to write, 2 new people to get set up for training online, and I'm gonna watch a little Gary Vaynerchuk while I do it. So multitasking. I'll see you guys at my next meal or before I go to bed, talking, and then I'll talk to you guys about my last meal. We'll see what happens. Hey guys, it's about 10:44 p.m. and I put away my last meal, which you just saw, which was essentially protein pancakes with about 40-50 milliliters of syrup and 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, which brings my totals for the day pretty darn close. My fat went a little bit over. My protein went quite a bit over, like 40 grams. I really wish I would have saved those 40 grams and just hit my target and then taken that 40 grams from like carbs and then had a little bit more fats left over. But you know, what can you do? Hindsight's always 20/20. let's see, if I had done my protein pancakes differently, I wouldn't have used 2 whole eggs. I would have just used egg whites. I used 2 whole eggs and an egg white. I would have just used 3 egg whites. That would have saved me on the fats. And instead of 3 scoops of protein powder, I would have just done 1 or 2. I haven't made protein pancakes in a long time, so it was kind of an experiment. But now I know. I would have rather had like a whole glass of milk with those protein pancakes, but because I made such a large serving, I didn't have any really calories or carbs left over, or fats mainly to have that. So I'll just take a quick swig of it before I go to bed. Yes, I know it counts, but it's so minuscule. I don't bother tracking it. I don't track that closely. I weighed in at 224 this morning. Yesterday morning I was 219. So do you think that I honestly really gained 5 pounds of tissue in a matter of 12 hours? No. Weight goes up, weight goes down, weight changes based on what you ate, based on when your last meal was compared to when you ate, what you drank, how much water, blah 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 blah. But remember, they're data points on a graph that creates a trend, and at the end of 12 weeks we want that trend line to be sloping down. So I'm not affected by the number on the scale. It's just one data point on a very large graph, and that's how I'd encourage you guys to look at it whenever you're cutting weight or gaining weight. Don't get thrown off by being up one day, down the other, by being down one day, up the other. It happens. It's part of the process. Yeah. So this was episode 5 in the cut. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. Like I said, I want to hear from you guys, so please give me your feedback in the comments. Email me, steven@freeborntrainingsystems.com. Any of the social medias, just search Steven Freeborn. Let me know what you guys think, what you like, what you don't like, what you'd like to see more of, not see so much of. And if you're liking my videos, please subscribe to my channel, share my stuff. Please help me expand the reach of my content, because the larger that reach is, the more people I can help. The more people I can help, the more value they return to me, and the more value then I can return to you guys in the form of content, interviews, blogs, materials, resources, all that good stuff. I want to reinvest in the FTS Nation, but I have to grow the FTS Nation first. So please share it. I really want a lot of people to see this series. I really want a lot of people to see my content. So that's my only ask of you guys. If you're consuming my content, please share it with those who you think would find it valuable. I'll be back with more tomorrow, but until then, sleep tight.